Hi, everyone. This is Michelle Gramoglia, the president and CEO here at Woodland Pond, and this is my weekly address for a Tuesday. Today is Tuesday, February 20th, 2024. Hello?
I think you're on mute.
Nope, I'm not.
Okay.
Okay. Sorry about that. We thought we were having technical problems. Hopefully you can all hear me. Let's see. Just going through a few things. We're going to start with calendar items. This week is a little quiet. We have some standard calendar type items on the calendar for you. But on Sunday, which is in a few days, we do have a resident mixer that's going to be happening in the main dining room starting at 2:30. And this is being put on by the Welcome Committee, primarily with the support of some additional residents. And the whole purpose behind the mixer on Sunday is to really get residents to come out and meet each other in a way that maybe you haven't had the opportunity to in other settings. Meet and mix and mingle. They've got some great activities planned, and that does start at 2:30. I think on the calendar it says it's between 2:30 and 4:30, but they have asked that you sign up first of all, I believe, at concierge, but then also plan to attend right at 2:30 if you can, so that the activities and so forth can be accommodated. Now, there will be limited capacity, of course, because that's the case with all of our venues. And we are going to ask that whether it's a Woodland Pond facilitator that's going to be helping with this, or whether it's a resident or a group of residents that are doing this, that everyone does please stay attuned to the fact that we cannot have wheeled walkers or other safety devices there at the table sides for safety reasons. They do need to be removed. So please do cooperate with that. They do create a significant trip hazard if they are right there by the table sides or by your chair. So there will be folks there to help you with that. And we do ask and thank you for your cooperation with that. Let's see, the next announcement that I have, you would have seen in the Chanticleer last Friday, an announcement that there are a group of residents that are trying to arrange a bus trip to Syracuse in April for the eclipse that is going to be happening. There is going to need to be a list prepared of those that are interested in attending that bus trip. Most likely it will be a chartered bus with obviously costs associated with that. Just due to the number of residents that we're expecting that most likely will want to attend, and also the distance. Syracuse is over 3 hours, or roughly 3 hours in each direction. Then you might have to account for a stop. So we really do need to start establishing an interest list. In the Chanticleer, we had indicated that you should sign up at concierge. And for right now, for the ease of purposes, we are going to ask that you sign up with concierge if you're interested in that. It's a total eclipse of the sun, which is supposed to happen, I believe, in the afternoon. I know that there's a specific time. I think we put it in the Chanticleer, but that's on Monday, April 10th. Again, the bus trip would be going to Syracuse. There will be costs associated with that. Obviously, if there's a charter bus rented, to pay for the bus and for the driver, but we do need to get an interest list. So for right now, we haven't set a deadline for the signups, but we do need to get a list going. So please do sign up with concierge if you think you might be interested in that, and we will go from there. There are a group of people that are planning that. Very important announcement, just a reminder from the business office. If you have not yet picked up your tax letter from the concierge, please do so this week. For those that are either newer residents, maybe haven't been through a tax cycle yet, or maybe aren't aware of this, there is very possibly an income tax benefit to you being a resident of Woodland Pond. There is a portion of your monthly service fee paid to us. And also, if you moved in a specific tax year, also a portion of possibly your entrance fee and life care fee paid, if those apply to you, that may provide you a tax benefit. There's a letter that explains this, as well as a statement of the costs that you paid to us in the tax year, available to you at concierge. We really do need all of those picked up by the end of the week. All of the letters that are not picked up by Wednesday of this week, we are going to make phone calls. It does require that you sign off that you've picked the letter up, which is why we don't just put them in the cubicles. This is a very important letter, so we don't just put them in the cubicles like we do with bills and things like that. So please do pick up your tax letters. And then once you have the tax letter in hand, of course, it does indicate to you that if you have questions, you can go to the business office with any questions. The next thing is another calendar item for next week. And this has to do, just a reminder, for our caregiver space opportunities that are going to be happening on Monday, the 26th. So at 1:30 in the afternoon, we are going to have an in-person session called Caregiver Space. This is going to be a facilitated small group discussion of all of our residents that identify as caregivers here at the community. So primarily targeted at spouses or significant others that play a caregiver role here on campus. All of you should have received communication at this point inviting you to the Caregiver Space group session. Of course, participation is voluntary, but we really hope that you do come. Again, that's going to be at 1:30 in the Interfaith Meditation Room, right at the end of assisted living towards the library. We want to make sure that you are very comfortable with arrangements that have been made for the person that you are caring for. So we will make sure to connect with you if you do plan to attend that, and to make sure that we know exactly what the arrangements are for the person that you're caring for. The session will be an hour, and we do have the option of your caregiver attending a planned activity with our certified music therapist, which will just be wonderful. And it'll give you an opportunity to share time with other caregivers. Each meeting, as we've discussed, will cover a specific topic that has been selected by the Mental Health and Wellness Committee. And the meeting will be facilitated with a rule set that obviously includes things like confidentiality and privacy are paramount. Each person will be given a specific amount of time to talk, and so forth. And so that's going to be at 1:30 in the afternoon on Monday. At 7 p.m. on Monday, the same opportunity will be offered to family members via Zoom that are interested in connecting with peers that are also identifying as caregivers. So we had offered the opportunity and asked folks to sign up by responding to the link to this a video when we send it out. I don't know if we'd had anybody that signed up yet. So we're going to change the sign up process a little bit on that, which we will send out in a separate email today. So if you're interested in participating in that Zoom family member or loved one caregiver space option at 7 p.m. on Monday, it gives you the option to basically repeat the session that the residents will have during the day. So it will be the same question. It will be facilitated and also time limited, same rules, but it's an opportunity for you to connect with your peers on a specific caregiving issue, one per month, in your role as a caregiver at Woodland Pond, whether that's a remote caregiver, a new caregiver, a changing role, those kinds of things. But this is all brought to you by the Mental Health and Wellness Committee. The next thing is related to a very important reminder about wearing your personal emergency response system PERS pendant. We had another incident over this past weekend where a resident had a fall in her bedroom and was not super close to her PERS, and it took some time for her to get to it. These kinds of things can be really, really dangerous for residents. It seems like we're having an increasing number of situations where residents are having a slip and fall or a tumble and are not wearing their PERS, pendants or bracelets, depending on what you have, and or are finding themselves not close enough to the call bells in their bathrooms and are therefore not able to get emergency response as quickly as you would like to. So this is your reminder that please find your PERS pendant. It's usually a beige little pendant with a button in the middle. Call concierge and test it out. We can easily help you test that. We want to make sure that everyone is very comfortable knowing where your PERS are and how to utilize them, because they really can save you from a dangerous situation. Uh, it's scary to be without help if you need it. And this is exactly why you have these as part of your contract with Woodland Pond. These are the quickest way to get you help in the case of an emergency, especially if you're unable to get up. So please do utilize those PERS and we will help you if you can't find them, if you need to have them replaced. But please do, let's work on making sure that we're wearing our PERS all the time, and that you know how to use them. They really can save you. If not save your life, then definitely, save you from suffering, and fear and feeling like you're alone. That's what they're there for. The other thing I just want to mention, because we have seen a slight uptick in this, and it's just the reminder to everyone that when we call EMS, if we don't get transported to the hospital, they don't get paid. And we have really committed to the New Paltz Rescue Squad because they are such an important partner in our provision of care package, right, and safety net for the residents, that we're going to try to be a very good partner to them. And if you're sick enough or injured enough or scared enough to call EMS, chances are you probably do need to go to the hospital with them. So I really need everyone to keep that in mind, that if you're needing EMS to come and help you, please keep in mind that they are not going to be paid for their time if they don't take you to the hospital. So please just keep that in mind. Obviously, if you have a situation and you think that EMS needs to be called, you can certainly hit your PERS button, explain to our staff what's going on. We can help you navigate that, and we will certainly do that. But truly, if EMS is making a recommendation to you that you need to be transported, you should take their advice seriously, because they've evaluated you and they've seen that there's some kind of a condition that they think needs further medical attention. So just a reminder that we are trying to be good neighbors on that, and just to keep that in mind as we go forward. I think that that's all that I have for today. Kind of a light day. I know that I usually say you know where to find me, but it has occurred to me after speaking to a newer resident that some of you do not know where to find me. My office is located right behind concierge, and I do have an open door policy as long as I'm free. The way that would work would be that you would stop at concierge and you would let them know that you have something that you'd like to discuss with me, and they will talk to my assistant and find out for you at that time if I'm free or if we need to schedule an appointment. But like I said, I'm located right behind concierge. I'm here Mondays through Fridays, usually 8:15 to about 5:30. That fluctuates a little bit once different sports and things start. And then, of course, you can get me on email. Now, my email address did recently change. We had to change it because I was just getting completely bombarded with spam. People were, or the bots, whatever they are, were masking and pirating my email address. So we had to change my email address. But if you go to my old email address and send an email, it gives you instructions as to how to get my new email address. Most of you probably have it at this point. I'm not publicly announcing it because that sort of defeats the purpose of how do we protect it. But if you send an email to my old email address, you do get those instructions there. So then now you know where to find me. I hope you all have a great rest of your week, and I will talk to you soon. Thank you.